this champion, so he'll even be forced to go for the Gale Force route as well, just to have that extra little mobility and self-feed, because Braum actually not going to do much against the Akali, against Razork. They're just too more mobile for him to actually deal with it, unless you just get that perfect facial vision.
You heard from the analyst desk from Shox and Law just how Selfmade and Leader have just gone in over and over and over. All Vitality do at the moment, that vision, the information, Misfits showing that they are really ready to read what Vitality want to do. Selfmade's going to be able to escape for now. Vander and Kobbe already here. Zenith Blade goes in, rocket jump forward. Selfmade has already flashed away. First blood picked up by Kobbe on the Tristana. Teleport being channeled by SLT. And on the minimap, I can see HiRit stepping forward. I don't think he cancels just yet. Flashes over the wall as Misfits are running away. They've got themselves a kill, but now they are in trouble. SLT lands the Duskbringer, and that's the stun onto Razork. This should be the kill. It looks like it's donated over to Leader.
Yeah, they go to the side of Leader here, and SLT, you can see he's actually had them shove in towards the top side of the map.
I think Vitality clearly aware of it. They concede the Dragon uncontested, steal away the blue buff, and just trying to put a little bit of pressure into that top lane.
Yeah, and question is how much of this pressure do they want to put in, because there is 1 minute to this next Herald, or the first Herald rather, will be respawned.
Until the next Drake. This is what you talked about. Guldborg slow down in the pace of the game, pressure on the lanes, and sort of wait for those objectives. Rift Herald was secured there by Razork.
Yeah, I'd love to actually see them go towards the top side. You can already see now Vetheo, he's gone onto that fork of one. This should force SLT to just back off. He doesn't have the numbers priority here.
There's the paranoia used, try to get closer to the tower. Flash already used. Solar Flare is available. There's the dash forward from Vetheo. Solar Flare will connect. Leader's now running for his life. Selfmade makes his way into the fight. Vander takes a number of turret shots down to 200. Selfmade flashes forward, chases out, doesn't get enough damage for the kill. Now Selfmade's in trouble. He gets caught out, bopped backwards by HiRit. Forced to dash away, and the tower is doing a lot of work. There's enough time for Labrov to arrive.
Yeah, they disrupt the Herald play there, but they still get...
Dashing away Vander as a taxi, as an escape tool, as he can get closer to Selfmade. It shows a lot of the experience on that pick, and Equalizer comes out to SLT. So much damage from HiRit, and the heal is enough to save him. Gigantic health bonus there from the Dominus.
Yeah, great Triumph to come through here, but the crosspath will be responded by Vitality. You can see already on the minimap now, Selfmade is like, all right, multiple members top, I'll start getting this Drake, and that's good for them as well. They have some scaling onto their side, and you can see this is suffocating their bot lane as well. But still, in the end, great turret, a lot of gold going over to the side of Misfits by that small play.
Yeah, I want to just turn the attention to Vitality because I want to see them starting a play.
For these common fights that we know are about to arrive when Drake will respawn in 20 or 2 minutes.
Both teams have got such levels, such great hard engage as well. Keep in mind that the Kraken Slayer has been sitting with Cronwshot. This is why Vitality want to make the play. The Equalizer and the Solar Flare stack on top of one another. Protobelt forward. That's an overheat from Razork. There's no kills just yet. Leader's stolen. The Equalizer himself hasn't pulled the trigger. Waiting for it. Zenith Blade will connect. That's the stolen Vitality. Equalizer. Nobody's down just yet. Labrov stays alive with 50 HP. He manages to flash to safety. Vetheo takes him out. The style points with that one. Every single member's in the bottom lane. The fight isn't over just yet. HiRit will slice and dice his way forward. A flash forward from Razork. He's overheating and punching Vitality in the face. That's one back, but 2 more for Misfits. They come out on top.
And Misfits, they do it again. They really are the mid-game king.
In spring, they really showed how good the team could be, but also showed how inconsistent the performances were. And I think sticking with the same roster, and when you look at the league,
This point either.
and I mean same with yesterday against SK, Misfits went 0-2 against SK in spring. Razork actually explicitly called it out in PGL with Shox and I.
They are so decisive, and I feel like that's the meta right now. If you're the one pulling the trigger, you're the one who's getting ahead.
That's exactly what's happening right now. Vander chucked out a Solar Flare. It was a zoning ultimate is what I would call it. Equalizer does the same. Cronwshot and Labrov currently playing safe enough to back away. HiRit is going to focus down on this tower. Teleport is now coming in. It is responded by Leader. Vetheo is immediately going to dash away. No connection. Vander and Razork, they've committed their ultimates, but
is posturing on the map. It seems like the next Drake is just going to go over in favor for Misfits because they have the pressure, they have the vision, and therefore they should have
to being shut out this game. This 5,000, potentially Dragon number 3. Is this the fight they have to win, Guldborg?
Yeah, they're definitely going for it here, and so is Vander starting up the fight.
Oh, Equalizer comes out. Leader hasn't hijacked anything just yet. Manages to find the perfect execution, and SLT jumps into the back line, but it's not enough. He loses his life in a trade for Vander. Support for top laner is everything Misfits wanted. They get the fight, they get 2 kills, and now they can look for the Dragon.
Yeah, but they get those 2 members I talked about. They can start up the Dragon now, and then they either decide, all right, well, let's go for the reset. Let's try and set up for the Baron. And that's probably just going to be the game plan for Misfits here. Vitality, they try to come in here for the extra Drake. If you could get a third item onto Cronwshot, it would be absolutely pivotal. But you can see Vitality, they're not feeling that. They're still feeling that they can get the upper hand should a fight break out.
That's huge. Stolen equalizer. Hijack comes down. Solar Flare as well as the equalizer from Razork. There's a counter from Leader. All the damage being split on the carries, and the first falls is Vander. SLD is just zoned away and taken out by HiRit, who continues to push through every single member of Vitality, caught inside the choke point, and it is Vitality that get crushed by Misfits.
Yeah, it seems like Vitality just really wants to go down on their own terms. They didn't need to step up there. They just walked into Misfits. They felt confident. I don't mind going for these kind of plays. It's fine with me. Of course, there's a bit nerves, but younger players, they just tend to want to prove themselves.
Yeah, they really do. I think you hit the nail on the head. Because Misfits are able to focus down SLT so heavily, he could never jump onto the backline, could never threaten anyone on Misfits. The Solar Flare comes out. That was Leader's hijacked one. Does not lead to anything. The first turret has fallen in the mid lane. Vetheo also just ding level 16 here at 2. Continue the pressure. Now the bottom lane. Baron minions are now knocking on the door. And by the way, Misfits could peel to the top lane as that wave is slow pushing as well. First inhibitor falls, and very, very controlled, calculated game here.
Yeah, you don't care about it. You want to go down into the bottom wave right now. You need to die once
they
again on
have
their own
to.
terms. No, apparently they don't have to. They're going to give it over. I will say, though, so far in the LEC, two teams
Playing with Selfmade.
I completely agree with you. From my point of view, Vitality has the potential to be a triple threat team. SLT does well with resources. Leader, and so does Cronwshot, and they're going to make use of those resources now in this fight.
Let's see the initiation. A little bit of an engage there from Selfmade, immediately forced to run away. It was optimistic. There was no real follow-up once Selfmade found the bear stun. This is an Infernal Soul Misfits they're fighting into. Here its Dominus is just timed out. And look, Vitality are split, they're scattered. Misfits very clearly looking for the objectives. Tower will stand, but look at the super minions in the bottom lane slowly making their way up. The longer Misfits can hold Vitality here, the easier it will be to push into the Nexus. There's the engage. Labrov Unbreakable is going to slow down the damage. And all of a sudden, Misfits, they respect this. They back away. They don't want...
You can only imagine that this turret will go down in just a bit.
Oh my word, that burst! The damage onto SLT from the Electro Harpoon as well as the Flame Spitter. Super minions are on the Nexus turret. Vitality were unable to get a foot into this game. Misfits are on the verge of the 3-0. Just the last few objectives to knock over, and when Super's pushing in multiple lanes, they are really playing this one safe and respectful. Don't want to make any mistakes. Leader's stolen the Solar Flare. An absolute miracle would need to happen. Engage onto Vander. He's been the sacrificial support all game long. Misfits have cleaned up every single time. The equalizer across the entirety of Vitality. Solar Flare will become available in just a moment for Vander as Leader fires out the stolen one. The Braum is down. Vitality are running for their lives, but you cannot outrun Vetheo. You cannot outrun Kobbe. And it is in fact Razork that ends up picking up that kill. The rest of the team dash, duck, dive. And they will find themselves the ace as well as the Nexus. Selfmade makes it to the fountain. He survives! He survives long enough to deny the ace, but the base will be intact as that Misfits go undefeated in week 1. Very cool, calm, and collected faces on the Misfits roster.
And arguably deserves so this time around.